drummers, how's it going? It's Alex once again, bringing you some more fun-free drumming ideas. I'm going to keep this intro short and sweet, much like the drum fill we're doing today. It's paradiddle based. I nicked it from Steve Gadd. It sounds quite cool, it's pretty fun to play, and I hope you like it. So if you like what you saw in the intro and you want to give this one a crack, stick around and I'll break it down. Here we go! Alright, so we've got this short but sweet Steve Gadd inspired drum lick. It's quite paradiddly, if that makes any sense. We're not using the traditional like right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left sort of sticking pattern, but it's sort of in the same vein as that. Beat 1 is made up entirely of 32nd notes, and then beat 2 we slow things down to 16th notes. So if we look at the sticking pattern for beat 1, and then, actually what I like to do is if we go up to the E of beat 2, because that sort of kind of completes this 10 note pattern we're going to do. So the beat 1 is going to take up the first 8, and then beat 2 we're going to have the 2 is going to be a hi-hat, and then the E is going to be a nice accent on the snare. So if we look at the sticking, we've got bass drum in the right hand for the first note. Right, left, right, right. We're now up to the and of beat 1, so we're going to accent that a tiny bit with the left hand. Left, right, right, left. So that little pattern there is beat 1 by itself. Right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if you're counting it like that, the 5th note you hit with your left hand is going to be a bit of an accent, and everything else is like a ghosty. So here we go, one more time. Right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left. Now we're just going to put the 2 and E after that. So when you get, for beat 2, just a hi-hat, and then the E of beat 2 is another accent. So you get this right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left. You see how it sort of slows down for those last 2 notes. And again, a little bit quicker. You can also add, which I just did there, like a little open hi-hat on that very first note when you're hitting the bass drum and hi-hat together. So you get this. Should have put some ghost notes in there. That was better. So that takes us up to the E of beat 2. For the and the we're just going to do a tick for the and a kick for the So you're going to get this. With the open hi-hat. Alright, and again you can feel it sort of slow down. Let's speed that up a tiny little bit. And then what I'll do after that is just put like in some basic groove afterwards, which is pretty much the entire lesson, but we'll jazz it up a bit more. Nice and slow. And again. Let's speed that a little bit up again. Sounds nice. Let's just fill in the end bit with anything. So we can try it on the ride cymbal. Alright, so once you've got that lick down, you've worked out what you want to play just afterwards. Like I said, you can sort of chuck it onto the ride cymbal as well. One of the things you can do is double it up a little bit. So you get this. So what I'm doing there is I'm playing exactly the same thing over and over again. Right, left, right, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, boom, right, left, right, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, boom, boom. And if you chuck that into some context, it sounds a bit like this. Etc. One of the things with little drum licks like this, you don't want to overuse it. It has much more impact if you just sort of get your groove going and then just, you know, surprise the listener with it just sort of once or twice maybe throughout a song, because it sounds quite tasteful. It's a nice sweet little lick, and it'll definitely get a few drummers sort of doing that. Okay, let's try on the ride cymbal. Okay, drummers, so there it is. I hope you enjoyed that lesson. Thank you very much for watching. As always, you can download the sheet music completely for free from onlinedrummer.com. If you'd like to come and find me on Facebook or Twitter, there's links in the description below. And if you're one of those legends out there that want to help support the channel a tiny bit, there's a link to my Patreon page down there as well. So until next time, take care, keep drumming, and I'll see you next Thursday. Some more fun free drumming ideas. All right, bye.